Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Minecraft Windows 10 Edition How to Survive and Thrive. In this episode, we want to do a little bit of exploring around outside of our hidey hole. We haven't gone too far, we haven't looked around to see what's out there too much. Now, in between episodes, I did do a little bit of gathering of some resources that we're going to need. So if we take a quick look here in our inventory, you'll see, I picked up some cobblestone, which was my main concern, but I also grabbed a little bit of wool. And the reason for this is I want to make a bed. I did happen to see that there was a sheep wandering around outside. I made myself a pair of shears and went and sheared the sheep a couple of times and got 7 blocks of wool. So I'm going to show you how to make a bed real quick and what the purpose of that is going to be. Let me switch out of that view. Alright, so we're going to come over here. We need some oak wood planks, or any type of wood planks is fine. We need 3 oak wood planks we're going to put in a row like this, and just above that we're going to put 1 wool in each of those, and that will create a bed. So we're going to take that out, we're going to put it in our inventory here, and we're good to go there. So let's come over here and let's get ourselves, we already have a nice little area here for our bed. So we're going to select our bed. And you want to point at where the foot of the bed is at, because it takes 2 spaces. If we try to place it down here, you can see it's not doing anything. But if we point it here, now we have a bed in place. Now the reason you want a bed is you can get in the bed and sleep through the night and you don't have to worry about the monsters. Also, it sets your spawn point. Right now, if we were to die before sleeping in this bed, we would respawn back on that little island where we started out in the first episode. At this point, after we sleep in the bed here, then if we die, we'll wake up here. So that's more important once you start going out and exploring the world more, so which we're about to do here. I've got some cobblestone here. I'm going to come up here first of all, above where our hidey hole is. And I kind of want to give myself a landmark, and we're going to build ourselves a bit of a beacon to find our way back. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to do it too wide to begin with. And then what you do is you just jump and place a block and then put down the other one. Jump and place. Place down another one, jump and place, and so on and so forth, all the way up to the top. Make it as tall as you want. Just so we can find our way back if we need to, all right? Because at this point, we haven't found what we need to make a compass or to make a map. So finding our way around is going to be a little difficult. So this should be up fairly high. We could take a look around us here. We have a bit of a forest on this side. Looks like it goes off for quite a distance here. We have all this swamp area here. We have the giant mushrooms. We have the one cave we looked in. Looks like we got a slime bouncing around over there. Slimes do spawn in swamp areas. And somewhere over in this direction, I believe, is the island that we started off on. So what I want to do here is I'm going to select a torch. I'm going to put a torch on the top. Now, I'm going to crouch, and to do that, you hit Shift. So if we do a quick look at ourselves here, you see I'm kind of bent over here if I crouch. And what you do here is now I can move off to the side and I'm not going to fall off. So I can kind of move around here and place torches on the side. And this is kind of tricky for me. I am not much of a PC gamer, so keyboard controls sometimes make my hands cramp up. But we're good here. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take my pick and start digging my way back down. Okay, I'm going to dig down one more. I'm going to take and put a torch up there as well. And then we're just going to dig our way down. Now this is okay to dig underneath us at this point because we know we put those blocks there, so we don't have to worry about falling into a lava pit. So let's get our way back down to the bottom. And there we go. We've made ourselves a beacon to help find where our hidey hole is at. So let's go ahead and climb back down here and take a look around. Now we see over here we have a sheep, and I wanted to show you how to shear the sheep. It's pretty easy. You do need shears. To make shears, it takes 2 iron ingots. You just come up here, look at the sheep, and click, and there we go. We have ourselves a nice big jumbo slime coming at us, so let's go ahead and see if we can take care of him real quick. And he'll split into these guys, and we want to take care of them as well. And then just kind of, the little ones you don't have to worry too much about. They're just kind of annoying. But as you kill them, they drop slime balls, which are important for us later on. Alright, now we see it's getting dark. The monsters are going to start coming out. So let's go. Yep, we got ourselves a zombie coming after us. Let's go ahead and take care of him real quick. We got a creeper I want to avoid. Now let's get down here real quick. Go inside, close the door, and let's try to sleep. Oh, we can't rest. There are monsters nearby. That stinks. So we have to go and take care of these monsters real quick, or stay up all night long worrying about them. And it's probably just this spider. Oh, and that booming sound was the creeper exploding here. You can see he took out all this area here. We lost some hearts. Let's get in here real quick. Close this door and try to sleep now. Okay. Alright. We've survived the night. The monsters are, other than creepers, the skeletons and zombies, if there are any out there, should be burning up in the sunlight. Creepers don't burn up in the sunlight, unfortunately. But they should be out of our way for right now. Let's go ahead and put this dirt in here. We'll go ahead and get rid of the wool. We don't need it now. The slime balls, I already had 6. This puts us up to 23. I'll show you what we can do with them. The spider eyes will come in handy for potions later on. More oak saplings we don't need. We don't need the rotten flesh. So that's what we got there. However, let's eat something real quick and try to bring up our health a little bit again. It will eventually regenerate itself. As you saw there, the hearts start flashing as your health starts to regenerate. Alright, so Now back to gathering wool from sheep. You always want to use shears if you can. You can also get wool by killing the sheep. But the difference is that when you kill the sheep, you get 1 piece of wool. When you shear the sheep, you get up to 3 pieces of wool, and the sheep can regrow their wool. So it just makes more sense to do it that way than to kill the sheep. Now, if you're really desperate and you need to do it, if you want to get a bed right away, then of course do what you need to do to survive. Alright, so we have our little slime here. Just whack him with the meat. That killed him too. Let's take a look around a little bit more here. Let's head off in this direction. Now we should hopefully be able to see our tower that we built. If we go too far away, we can always tower up and look for it. So over here, again, we have our swamp. And somewhere over there, I think that's our island that we started off on. Nothing interesting there. There's our tower, so we know where to head back to. Let's head up this way. Come back down. Okay, so we have big cave down here. Now, if you're interested in this stuff, what you can also do is just kind of put markers here. Similar type of thing. You might make yourself a little stand here and then put a couple of torches on it so that will just signify this is something you're interested in looking at. At some point, caves lead to adventure, so there's always fun stuff to be found there. We have ourselves another cave here we can be digging into. Let's head up this way. We have oak trees. These are birch trees. I haven't really described the different types of trees there are. We see a spider over here. Now, during the daytime, spiders also don't die, but they become docile in the daylight, and at night is when they become violent. So you can pretty much ignore them unless they're coming after you and attacking you, then of course go after them. We got a zombie here. Let's see what happens. See what happens when he comes out in the sunlight. Oh, he got us on fire. And you got to be careful about stuff like that. Once again, our health is full, so, or I should say our hunger was full, so our health should naturally regenerate. Use a shovel for dirt and dig our way up here and to wander around a little bit more. Alright. I wanted to show you these mushrooms too real quick. Mushrooms, they do serve a purpose as well. These big ones, of course, you can use them for different things. You can come in here, you can cut them down, and they drop the mushrooms. So this one drops the brown mushrooms, the other one drops the red mushrooms. If you have a silk touch axe, then you can actually harvest the mushroom blocks themselves. But we don't have an enchanting table at the moment, so we don't have anything special as far as that is concerned. I don't have another axe on me. I'll just go ahead and try it with the pick. It'd probably take a little longer. That pick's probably going to disintegrate. Let's go ahead and take down this brown mushroom real quick. And then you see it's dropping all these little mushrooms all over the place. Let's go ahead and pick those up. Got the red mushroom over here. Let's go ahead and do the same thing. Now you can replant these. I'm not certain exactly how to do it in this version of Minecraft. Normally you have to put it in, dig a hole, put some water in it, plant the mushroom in the hole, and then hit it with some bone meal in order to get it to grow into these giant mushrooms. Small mushroom farms are a royal pain to deal with. I've never really had a successful one. You just kind of plant them in a dark area, and they're really slow to grow. But we'll try doing that later on once we get more into the farming area, or I should say the farming episodes of this. So let's head back here. I want to show you what we can do now with these mushrooms that we've got them. So we come in here, and we're going to need to open our crafting table, and we're going to need to make ourselves take some more planks. So get that. And I want to put one here, and one here. And this will create 4 wooden bowls. Now if I put a wooden bowl in here, and then I take 1 red mushroom and 1 brown mushroom, we create mushroom stew. In the olden days, this was the best way, best form of food that you could eat. It's not so much so anymore, and the problem too with mushroom stew is, let's go ahead and create another one real quick and I'll show you, is that it doesn't stack. So I've got another mushroom stew. I can't put it on top of this one and stack them up. So if you were to create a bunch of them, it would just kind of fill your inventory pretty quick. So not too many people use mushrooms anymore for that purpose. So yeah, let's go ahead and eat the stew real quick. There we go. And that raises our hunger back up. All right. So that's it for this episode. In the next episode, let's try to do a bit more mining. We're going to try to get down to diamond level if possible, and see what we can find. So Until next time, this is Desert Rat. Have a good one. Bye.